Okay, that's a wrap.
I just spent 14 hours pretending I was in Sicily. Bomb smoke, rubble, and me trying to save the village grandmother from a Nazi with a Luger. It's funny, isn't it? 7 hours of my day where I was Arthur Rourke, the lieutenant who doesn't flinch. A man who feels the weight of every bullet. People always ask me what it feels like to be Adrian Spade, the one who gets his hands dirty on a dusty 1940s set. The shadow, the younger brother, the other Spade. And I always deliver my rehearsed line. Bruce is the box office. I'm the art. There's no competition. He's family. I'm proud. And who am I trying to convince? Bruce fights aliens in space and saves the president in jetpacks. I fight the Gestapo on a chroma key set, but the mud feels more real. At least he's seen as the genuine hero. I'm seen as the guy who makes the story moving. I feel more alive pretending to be Arthur Rourke, shouting orders on a non-existent street in Sicily, than trying to be myself. At least on screen, the lies save people's lives. In my life, I'm just filling time until the credits roll. You know what you get when you're the other Spade? The one with soul. You get a little less of everything. Less money, fewer covers, less respect. Unless you buy it. And in Vinewood, everything is for sale. They pay me millions to play life, so I allow myself the luxury of buying it. Clothes that cost more than a house in Paleto Bay. Vehicles that remind me I'm too important to stop for traffic. And company. They say champagne cures a hangover. That's a rich man's lie. All it does is remind you of the stupidity you were trying to escape. This is my favorite place. The stage. The most honest lie. Except here, the script is always the same. And there are no lights to protect me. Here, I am the hero of Sicily, or the tragic lover. I can matter. But now it is only an empty box, a giant mirror, and all I see is the real me, the one who has no script, no audience, no soul to save. The audience doesn't come for me anymore. There is only one, and he has only one line. One word that has been haunting me for a year. Waking up is not returning to reality. It's waking up to a worse script. A year. A year since reality reminded me that I'm not the hero, that I'm just the lead actor. The word he said to me, guilt. It's the only thing I have left. It's my only audience. I come here to remember the man I was capable of pretending to be. Jake Maverick and Calamity Jane. Gunslingers with a code. 10 gallons of on-screen anguish won me awards. I pretended to have a mission. I pretended to have honor. Now I know the truth, is that I have nothing. A life that should have ended was taken by a better man. Scarlett was a great up-and-coming actress back then. She is good. She is talented. Escape Route, my biggest hit. I didn't win awards, but I won millions. I won the fame of being an action actor who took risks. The truth is, I never touched that car, except for the close-up shot. The turn at 200 miles per hour, the jump onto the dock, the controlled crash. It was all him. It was all Lucas. Right now, I feel like I'm just watching the documentary of my own life. Or worse, my obituary. I live off these glories, the stories I tell in interviews, the anecdotes where I take credit for feeling the speed, for understanding the adrenaline. It's as if my life stopped at the moment of the incident. And since then, I'm only fabricating my past glories to live off them. I'm selling the feats of a man who is no longer here.
Mr. Spade, are you sure you don't want one last look at the ramp? The team has been adjusting the angle for hours.
If you want to. But I trust in you guys.
Well, we've seen that the ramp may be a little steeper than usual, but I don't think that will be a problem for Lucas. Oh my God! Ah!
The car. My car. It was supposed to be me. He wasn't even on the ramp. He was just helping out. And then the silence. A total silence. They asked me what it feels like to live in my brother's shadow. And I always say, nothing. Lucas taught me the truth. Life is short. Actions have consequences. And the biggest one of all is that I am still here. Alive. Empty.
Good evening. This is Weasel News with a special report. Today marks 1 year since the mysterious disappearance of Adrian Spade, who vanished without a trace on this date last year. Despite an extensive investigation, authorities have found no leads in the case. The community has rallied around the Spade family throughout this difficult year. Social media campaign has garnered thousands of supporters. Adrian's brother, Bruce Spade, spoke to reporters earlier today, renewing his emotional plea for information. The family remains hopeful and is offering a reward of $50,000 for any credible tips. Bruce has organized volunteer search parties. Police continue to treat this as an active missing persons case. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Los Santos Police Department immediately. This is Weasel News, keeping you informed. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.
A year trying to silence the guilt with champagne and lies. A year trying to act. But Adrian Spade is a poorly written character. A coward. What if Adrian Spade dies? What if I simply stop playing the man who owes a life to a dead man? The world is a stage. I have known that my entire life, but I have always been an actor. Now I am the director and the screenwriter. I cannot rewrite the past. Lucas is dead. The cable snapped. But I can rewrite the future of this set.
Take care, friends.
I can choose who lives, who dies, and which scenes are cut. The void doesn't torment me anymore. The void guides me. It is my new code, the only truth I have left, and there is no hangover that can stop it. Critics always said Adrian Spade lived in his roles. They were right. I grew tired of the life they gave me, the life of the man who is a debt. And a debt is only paid with blood, even if it's not your own. I gave up feeling, because feeling hurts. And if the void is all I have left, I will use it. The void doesn't blame. The void only demands sacrifices to be filled. All my life I tried to be the hero, but the casting gave me the role that no one cared about. So I decided to stop living my life and start acting it for real. To play the role I chose, the one who brings performances to an end. For me, the only truth is annihilation. The only way to find a happy ending is to make sure no one else's movie lasts too long. The audience is waiting, and the show is sold out.